Hey guys,
Welcome back to the Dramatic
Elements
Podcast. And we're back.
We're freaking back again, post Halloweekend now.
Oh my gosh. Episode 3.
Today we're going to be talking about the difference between our two majors.
Yes.
So we already brought up in the first episode. If you haven't watched, make sure to go check that one out. But we mentioned that I'm a biochemistry major and Shaya is an acting major. So despite living in the same little room, we're living very different lives here.
Right. We're living very different lives. Yeah, so this was the other requested topic, besides our long distance relationships, which shameless plug for last episode.
Right.
Personally, I loved that one. So, we're back for this. So, we were thinking we start with how did we decide what are we doing as these majors? Do you want to begin?
Sure. So I ended up being a biochemistry major because back in sophomore year of high school, I took AP chemistry and absolutely fell in love with chemistry.
Right.
But I was I had just a great experience in my AP chemistry class. It was a little 8-person class because everyone was still online. There were people still online kind of. But most of us were there in person, and there was literally only 8 people still, and the teacher was amazing. I love her. I still chat with her to this day, Miss Menendez, my queen. And I just fell in love with AP chemistry. And then throughout that class, I was searching up all of the topics that kind of stood out to me that I was the most interested in, and realized most of them were related to organic chemistry. So then after my junior year, I went to Harvard summer school and took organic chemistry, and really was casual.
I went to Harvard summer school. That's literally insane.
But that was where I really was oh wait, this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. This is literally the coolest thing in the whole entire world.
Right.
So I looked up what professions this could get me into, and eventually landed on pharmacology, which is just working in a lab creating medicines. So basically I knew that I wanted to go to undergrad and then go and get my pharmacy school degree somewhere. So that's the plan as of now. And so basically with that, obviously chemistry is my biggest passion in the world, but specifically biochemistry, so the chemistry of biological systems. So here we are.
And maybe 3 of those words made sense to me, but I'm scared to support you all the way.
Fire.
Yes. For me, it was I did musical theater and dance all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. But then in once we started high school, and then I was doing not just musical theater, like film and straight plays, just plays.
Yeah.
I was oh wait, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because it always kind of fell off to me. The Broadway thing always was oh, that would be super cool, but I don't know if that's what I want to do with my life.
Right.
But then once I discovered just straight acting, especially acting in front of the camera, I was oh, so I literally can't do anything else. This is what I want to do.
That's
and
cool.
Then so that's why I decided to be an acting major.
What do you
and
know?
Here I am today.
Here I am today. Yes. Of the very exclusive acting program of UT Austin.
And period.
Let's talk about so now we can basically just get into our day-to-day lives, right, and how extremely different they are.
Yes.
So I can talk about, basically mine is pretty straightforward. All my classes are very much lecture. I'm hearing a bunch of information. I'm taking notes. I'm going
It's
home.
very college.
It's very typical college.
It's what, I mean, I'm never there, but from what I understand, it's when you think of college, in the movies, and it's the lecture, it's the
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I sit here, professor is talking,
right.
It's very college.
Like she's saying, it's very just typical college. I'm lectured at for an hour and a half. But it's with professors. I love the professors here because they know what they're talking about. Yeah. They love what they're talking about. They're so passionate. They even though right now I'm kind of learning things I've already learned before because I wasn't able to claim certain credits because blah blah blah. I'm learning about them from these new perspectives, and it's so cool. And then so yeah, I go to class, get lectured at, take notes, go home, practice problems, study my little life away, and then take exams.
Right.
and that's it. And it's kind of just that cycle over and over and over. And it's exam. Okay, now what's the new topic? Now I'm learning that exam, new topic. That's basically what I'm doing.
And you're taking like chem.
Yeah, I'm taking bio 1, chem 1, and then I have like government, random different classes. But overall, it's pretty much that structure.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm in a very different structure at the moment. So my classes, okay, technically I'm taking 5 classes. Like technically I have 15 credit hours. But one of my classes does not meet during the week. Like it's not a class technically. It's like all of the, which this is something I actually love about UT.
Yeah.
About about College Fine Arts is that the acting majors have to be on the crew for a show, and I started that today. And that's like I think that's like pretty universal. Like pretty much all acting, musical theater majors have to be on crew their freshman year for a show, which I think makes sense. Like that's so cool. But a lot of schools don't give you credit for it. It's just a requirement. So you have that plus 5 courses where UT does, they give you credit for it. So that technically is one of my courses. And then I just have 4 classes. So that's like really nice because I'm getting credit for 15 hours, but I only take 12 hours during the week. It's just these next 3 weeks are going to be really, really busy because I'm not going to be on crew. But anyway, and then the design, like the crew, like if you're like majoring in like set design, you have to take an acting class freshman year. So it's kind of like we all build to understand each other to a new level because you like actually step into their place. Isn't that cool?
That is super cool.
Anyway, but anyway, so that all that to say, I'm in 4 classes for real, you know. One of them is my like undergraduate studies, so that's not acting, but 3 of them are my major. And also huge difference is that your classes are 500 students, literally like huge classes. My classes are 18 people, and it's besides one class has like a couple more COFA students. That's like 23 people I think in that class. It's the 18 of us in all 3 classes, you know?
So you're really getting to know these people,
so these are the people I spend literally every single day with, hours a day, just the 18 of us, and it's also not like 18 people sitting in a class like listening to a teacher and like sometimes raising their hands. It's like, you know, we're really getting to know each other. But anyway, so my classes are, I take acting 1, so that's like I mean, we're taking it like slow. It's like very much like fundamentals. It's really like script analysis base, I would say. Like we're definitely like that's what we're getting into now, you know, and just like how to approach a scene. And then voice and movement is like learning about the body, learning about your voice, and how to use how it's like a combination of like me. This is ironic because I can't speak right now, so obviously I'm not implementing this correctly, but I was gonna say it's a combination of how to keep your voice and body healthy so that you can like keep this stamina up, because like as an actor your body and your voice is your work, you know what I mean? Like you have to be healthy to be able to work. And then it's also like how do you use your body and voice to create a character. So I really like it's interesting stuff. And then my 3rd class is called Performance as Public Practice, and that's not like a get on your feet. That's like a sit down. It's kind of like a discussion class. We're gonna talk about like how performance is everywhere, basically. And that's interesting stuff too. We're just in very different classes.
Wait, can I also say something crazy? You know how, so here at UT Austin, we all have to take a UGS. I never realized that stood for undergraduate studies.
Are you serious?
I just never once thought. You said that a second ago, and I went, undergraduate study.
Wait, that's
UGS,
so funny.
That just checks out, guys.
That is so funny.
That's actually hilarious.
That's hilarious. Yep, that's what that is, guys. Undergraduate
so
studies.
Basically, here at UT Austin, we all have to take a UGS, undergraduate studies course. fire.
Right.
During our first year, or like it's recommended to take it during your first year, because I don't know about yours, but mine really does like
Right. That's
expose
kind of the
me to
point.
like different
It's
what's the
kind
word,
of like
things
a.
that on campus and
Oh, that's not how ours is.
resources. Oh yeah,
No,
I feel
I
like mine does
really.
emphasize that. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's not that. Mine's like not. Mine doesn't do that, but it definitely is like. It's kind of like there's like a million choices. Like there was like a class about the Beatles that you could take. Like they're like
Right.
niche topics, and it's trying to get you to like take a class that you genuinely have interest in, but that
Right.
is not going to be like your hardest class of freshman year. Like it's a class
Yeah.
like to introduce freshmen to college and like how do you study, how do you work, how does college
Right.
work? I
No,
think that's
yeah.
kind of the
Mine
point.
also like emphasizes a lot like creative writing and this like less
Oh.
structured writing, because I feel like in high
Oh.
school it's very much just like
Yes.
write up a like little essay that
Right.
says like, I don't know, claim
X, Y, and
evidence
Z.
reasoning,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
super
yeah, yeah.
structured and this is what each sentence should tell me. This like they're also trying to teach us, because mine specifically it's
Wait, yeah,
called
what is yours called?
Survive and Thrive LGBTQ plus
Oh,
at
that's the
UT.
class.
That's the class.
I wish I was in that.
Oh, you would
I
have fun in
forgot
it.
that.
It's a
That's
really
so
fun
funny.
class, and I'm meeting a lot of really cool people
Yeah.
who all like are, some of them aren't queer at all. Most people in this space are very queer
Yeah.
and like on all different ways, and it's
Yeah.
very fun to
That's really
like
fun.
learn about everybody's different experiences, and it literally has solidified my choice to do a women and gender studies minor, which I'm going to start.
What?
Did you not know
I
that?
didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I'm going to start it
Wait,
next
that's
semester.
so cool.
Yeah.
I did not
I
know
like
that.
had the idea that I wanted to do one because once again at Harvard, the two classes I took, one of them was my organic chemistry and the other one was a class called Sex, Gender and Sexuality. And
This is
so
literally new information.
really? Wait,
to
I thought that you
me.
knew this.
You did not tell
No.
me you were gonna. Bro is actually that's actually crazy of you to major in biochem and minor in women and da 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 da.
Yeah.
Don't even play with me.
No,
Bruh.
I really love it because my time at Harvard and this semester with this one like UGS class, it really shows me that it's so nice to have one class that isn't
Science.
lecture exam, lecture exam.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
This class is all about discussion, and every week we have readings, and each week has like a different focus, and we have a bunch of readings for that specific thing. Like I don't know, we've learned about so many different things, but whatchamacall, like right now we're learning about art and how art has played a like role in queer history. Like it's really cool. It's really
Wow.
cool. I love this class.
That's really cool.
And it's so much just once again discussion, reading, opinion. So it's a really like it's a very nice breath of fresh air from my like typical like routine that I'm in with all my other classes. So between that and the fact that at UT, just within like most, at least I should say I'll speak for STEM majors because I guess that's what I'm around, that's what I hear about. We all have a certain list of requirements, right? And like core classes and different things we have to get. But in addition, we either have to do 15 hours of upper division classes for our major or do a minor or a certificate or something like that. So instead of doing those 15 hours of upper division classes, I'll do 15 hours of women and gender studies classes.
That's
So
sick.
I'm really excited about it.
That's so sick.
Yeah, and I've looked at like the classes I'm going to have to take for that minor,
Right.
and they all look so interesting and once again just so different from everything else I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I love it.
Can't believe you didn't know it was undergraduate studies.
I've never heard someone like spell it out like just
just because I was gonna say UGS, but then I was like, I feel like nobody the two of us would know what that is.
Yeah,
so
nobody knows
I was
what
like
that is.
undergraduate stuff. Mine's a philosophy class, so mine's a different vibe. And honestly, it is not easy. Right. I would say.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, so it's fine. And I chose this life, so
I chose this life.
You know.
And yours is bigger, right? Like isn't
mine's like well, okay. Here's the thing. We have 2 days of lectures during the week and then a discussion on Friday. The Friday is the only part that's actually mandatory to attend. They don't take attendance at the lecture, obviously.
Yeah.
And so it is literally me and my friend that's in the class. We joke because every day there are less heads in the room, and me and my
Right.
friend always go because this class for me it would be hard to do well in on the papers and on the test without being there, just because these readings are really hard for me to understand, and I don't
Yeah.
really get it until we are in the lecture, and because
Right.
it's like complicated philosophical ideas from like the
Right.
1800s. Like I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on, you know.
Yeah.
So I always go, and I don't have a problem going. It's literally an hour.
Right.
But I feel like in total maybe like 60 people, 70
Right.
people, like I want to
Yeah.
say. But every day there's probably like 40 people, maybe
Right.
even less. No, probably 40 people. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I have like the same thing with my class where I have 2 days of lecture, but it is mandatory. And it's in like a
Oh.
classroom. Like there's 50 kids,
Oh,
but it
it's like
is
a
in a
classroom in
classroom.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is a classroom too.
Right. No,
Yeah.
but ours is like attendance is recorded all the
How
time.
is it
And
recorded?
then they literally pass around a paper and then you have to like
Wow,
sign off
that's
your
what we
name.
do for the discussion.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay. In the beginning of the school, literally first day of the school year of this
Right.
class, you could choose the attendance one or the test one. So option. So I chose attendance, which means I really should go.
Right.
I
You're
really do
graded
have to
on
go. I'm
attendance
graded on
more.
attendance way more than how I do on the test. But then
Right.
some people chose to be graded more on the test than and then not come to class,
Yeah.
which period, if that works for
Right.
you. I just can't learn that way. I would rather go to class. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, I never understand that. I know there's people in my like biology class that don't
Really?
go to class and I don't understand how
Yeah. I've
how
just
that's
never been
working
like that.
because I
And
need to
honestly,
be
I even
taught.
debated it for a second because I was like, oh, should I
Right.
not go to class? But then I
Yeah.
was like, I know
Must
myself.
be
There's
so for
no
real.
way I'm not gonna go to class. Like there's
Yeah.
actually no way. So that's worked better for me
Yeah.
to do the attendance. But anyway, we got so sidetracked
I
from our
know.
majors talking about undergraduate studies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that does give some more insight
No,
into
yeah.
what you have to do here at UT
Yeah.
because that's fire. Another program that I'm a part of that is very cool, literally was one of the main reasons I chose UT, but is this yes, like
Dang.
anyway, is this program called FRI, Freshman Research Institute, fire. Um and basically with that in the fall, so right now I'm in an FRI seminar class, which this is something important to kind of mention because how you're saying you have this group of 18 people you're with all the time.
Right.
My FRI class also like works as my FIG, freshman year interest
Oh no,
group.
that's what I don't have.
Right.
Yes, that's
My
what I don't have.
FRI is my FIG. So
Yeah.
basically I'm saying a lot. If you don't go to UT, nothing
You're
that I'm saying will
confused.
make sense. Basically, so in FRI, in the fall, we have to take a seminar class that basically teaches us about research, about how to write a research proposal. I have my fun final draft of my research proposal due tonight.
And you do.
So wish me some luck. Anyway.
So
Yeah, so it teaches us just like basics about the research world and talking about research literature and different things like that. And then we tour different streams, like research streams, because within FRI, there are 30 different research labs that you can be a part of. So you rank your top 5. That's also due tonight.
That's
My
also
top
tonight.
5 ranking.
Most unreal human being.
And basically then you get like matched into one of your top 5 streams and you start doing research in the spring. So very excited about that. But my research seminar class, my FRI seminar class, is only 25 kids. And those 25 kids are also in my like 500 person chem class and my 150 person bio class.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So like those group of 25 people, because in my FRI seminar class, we all kind of get to know each other a little bit more. Especially because it is my FIG, which basically means one day out of this class, we spend it just learning about UT, learning about Austin. There's some mentors that we get paired up with that are like juniors and seniors, and they help us with things. And
Right.
so we get to know the people like in that class pretty well, especially the people that you sit around, because it's a lot of like, oh, talk to your your neighbor about this. I don't like random things. So through that, I've been able to make friends because then in my huge bio and chem classes,
Right.
there's at least 25 kids that I recognize. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I know your
yeah,
name.
yeah.
Like, I know who you are, whatever. And
That
then
makes sense.
we all like can talk about that class that
That's
we're
kind
in.
of
And
nice
like,
that they do it like that. I didn't realize that.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's really nice because in a room full of 400 kids,
Right.
500 kids, how do you find someone to study with or
Yeah.
ask about the homework? Like,
No,
silly
yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
it is really cool that they do that.
I don't have one of those.
Right.
But I think maybe it's just because all of my classes are fig.
Right.
Maybe that's why.
I think
you know what
that's
I mean?
why, because everyone I know, well, most people I know are actually in FRI, and their FRI is their fig.
Right.
So I don't know how it works for like journalism major.
Right.
Don't come here for that.
Yeah, we don't know.
We know nothing
We don't
about
know
that.
anything. We only know about fine arts and science. Right. We don't know
Right.
anything. I was gonna say back to what you were talking about how yours is like study, like learn, study, test. Mine's very much not that because like what, you know what I mean?
Right.
What I was thinking about though is like I was like, oh, I don't have tests, and then I was like, oh, what am I graded on? And then I was like, oh, let me tell you. So basically, it's kind of like I feel like you could think of like your performance as the test, but like
right.
not really. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's hard because it's like performance is such a subjective thing. So like, my
Right.
teachers aren't going to grade me on whether they liked my performance because it's
Yeah.
subjective. Do you know what I mean? It's more about just like, am I understanding the terms? Am I applying the work? Da da da.
Right.
But like I was looking at my grade like breakdown, and it's like attendance is a huge grade, and then it's
Yeah.
like professionalism and like what's the word, participation and
Right.
professionalism is like a big grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's about, it's like my grades are more about like, am I there on time, am I present, am I doing like the, because also like quote unquote homework, like for voice and movement we have like one homework assignment a week, which is this like, she calls it like a vlog journal because you can either write it or send a video in. I always send a video in.
Yeah.
And it's like she'll put like X amount of pages from the textbook, and you have all week to do this, to read that part of the textbook, and then she'll give you like 2 or 3 questions to base your vlog and journal off of, and use something from the textbook, and you just talk. You
Right.
literally just talk. I usually talk for like 5-6 minutes and just be like, this is what I'm learning this week, and oh, I thought this was interesting. Literally, like that's my
Right.
homework every week
Yeah.
for that class. And then for acting 1, our only homework is to like work on the scene with your scene partner like once outside of class before
Yeah.
the next class, you know, which of course the professor's not like, doesn't, I guess she doesn't technically know if you did it, but she can tell if you rehearsed, obviously.
Yeah.
But like that's what my homework looks like.
Yeah.
Whereas like your homework, like you come home and you're like on your computer, you're
Yeah.
in your notebook, like, and I'm just living a different universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it's interesting. Like I also just think it's so, I don't know, it's like, it's goofy to me that like we are roommates and we're the same and we have the best time, but like we literally are such different majors. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
No,
Like it's
so
wild.
weird. It's so weird. And that we
Like-
just have such different interests and passions in like the professional world.
Let me
But-
tell you.
What?
This
What was
weekend, our friend Emma came over, and we may have
Oh
sat and
my
spoken
gosh.
for literally 7 hours, from 8
Yeah.
p.m. to 3 a.m. Me,
Yes.
Skye, and Emma just talked about life. We literally heard every story to ever exist. I
Yeah.
think I literally lived your life.
Right.
And basically,
Right.
we got into one moment. I don't know how this even got. I don't even know how this happened.
Yeah.
But Skye, well, Emma is also a biochem major.
Yeah.
And so the two of them start going off about how much they think chem and biochem is so like the most brilliant thing to walk the planet, and I'm getting a periodic table shoved in my face. Look, there's so much drama, and look, they didn't even know, like they knew that this was the element and this was gonna, and this guy's like, point to any element on the table and I could tell you literally 5 fun facts about it. I said, period. I said, okay, what about that? She said, it's a metal, it's a da-da-da, it's a da-da-da. I said, okay, wait, that was low-key impressive. Like, these two are going off about, like, as if chemistry specifically, I feel like, is like the literal best thing to walk the earth. I think you may have actually said those exact
and I
words.
believe that.
And I'm sitting here giggling because I'm like, I support you both, and honestly, mostly you. I support you both, but you were more like whatever. Yeah. But I was like, I support this, but also like this is hilarious that the two of us are like friends and live together like this, because what? Like, I literally have negative thoughts about chemistry. No thoughts.
Right.
Like, okay.
Right. And then Shaya started explaining to us her whole life in acting and all these different acting things that she finds fascinating, and explaining to us what script analysis means.
Right.
And just, once again, all these things that I have never even thought of. The words script analysis have never once crossed my mind or said, like, been said around me. I just know I couldn't know less about that life. So it is so insane.
Very interesting.
It is insane. Yeah. Okay, and with that, I say we transition into our week / the most dramatic element of our week.
This was Halloweekend for real. If you remember last episode, it was Halloweekend fake, but we still tried to go out.
Right.
but this weekend was Halloweekend for real. And let me tell you, I have a similar report as I did to last weekend.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Unfortunately.
Right. So basically, Thursday night, do you hear me?
I know.
Like, it's bad. Thursday night, we decide not to go out. We talk for 7 hours. Such an amazing cleanse. Needed that.
Yeah.
Friday night, my, like, acting class had a Halloween party. Fire time. Amazing. Saturday night, so that's last night, today's Sunday, we tried to go out. We said, oh, it's Saturday night, it's Halloweekend, it's University of Texas at Austin, where are the frats? So basically, me, Skye, Emma, and then like 3 of my friends from acting, and then like they brought people. Yeah. We're all getting ready. Group. We're all like, oh, we have the list of frats, and we see that 2 frats are throwing, but like not on campus, like off campus. We said, what is going on? Full Uber away. No, thank you.
Yeah.
2 frats are throwing on campus. We think, okay, this is promising enough. No. So we make our way to the first one, guys.
Yeah.
And also, we need to acknowledge that besides us and Emma, the other people we were with had never been to a frat before.
Which is so disappointing.
It's disappointing that this had to have been their first experience.
Yeah.
Because we go to the frat. They let us in because we're women. So we just go in. And
I literally love, there was a line like wrapped around the house to get in. We walk up to the little corner and the guy's like, oh, are you guys waiting for anyone? We said no. And he's like, oh, just come in, and lifts the little gate. And we said,
and it was like a security guard.
Yeah, no,
like, he was like for real.
He was an official little security guard. Just
he said, oh, you're a woman? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Literally.
And beautiful.
And and glorious.
Beautiful.
So we go in, and I'm already thinking, oh God.
Oh no.
As I was approaching, and suddenly my boots are full of mud, and I'm thinking, this is not going to be good.
And it's the tiniest little backyard. The backyard was literally the size of this sofa. And it's like, people already, it was only like 10:30. The party started at 10. And it was already shoulder to shoulder. You can't walk. The floor was like gravel. I was like, where am I? There's like roots, and the music is fine. Nothing beautiful.
I don't even know what was playing.
I don't even know what was playing.
No, it wasn't
very
anything
odd. Like, wow, this is fun.
Yeah.
No.
So, and also, it was that the one we went to last weekend.
Beautiful.
Has my heart. Was like this nice big space. This was like curved around the house in a really weird way. And so I had no idea where I was, what I was doing, what was happening. And I'm thinking, oh, I literally can't
Right.
move a centimeter
No, there's
without
not even
literally
dancing to the
bumping
bad
into
music.
a fucking like wing of a fairy. You know what I mean? Like I literally don't know what to do.
Yes.
And so, and we're with all these people too. It wasn't just us and Emma.
Right.
You
So
know what I
we
mean?
have a big group. We take up space. Everyone
Yes.
around us is taking
We're
up
holding
space.
hands.
Yeah, we're
walking
trying
through,
to like
trying to like, oh god,
trying to
guys.
find a corner
Trying
to
to find a
like
corner.
hang out.
And I'm
in.
trying to have a
There's
good
nothing.
attitude. I'm like, you know
Right.
what? Maybe we'll find a, you know, a little corner. Da da da.
Yeah. It only
Actually,
got
wait.
worse.
I know a specific moment that was my
Oh.
most dramatic element of the week, but we'll just talk about the night. But I do know a
Right.
specific moment.
Okay.
So basically, we finally find each other, and we find a little spot by the DJ.
yeah.
And I'm still thinking, oh gosh, because it's just like I don't even know. Like
you can't dance.
No.
You literally couldn't even like lift your hands up.
and
There
keep
was
in mind,
nothing.
there's a line. Boom, boom. People just are keep
Yes.
coming in.
Yes.
All the girls are keep coming in, and then all the people waiting in line had at least one
Are,
guy
like,
in their group.
slowly
That's why they're waiting in
coming
line.
in. Yeah.
Slowly coming in. I'm like, oh my god, capacity where,
Yeah.
head count where. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. And so we're dancing, we're bobbing.
Yeah. We're
Like,
trying to survive.
We're trying to
to
literally
find
survive the
oxygen
night.
in the air.
Right. And suddenly,
And this was
and you know exactly what I'm
and
about
of
to say.
course.
And suddenly oxygen was taken out of my air
No.
because okay, it started with just a little puff
poof
of smoke.
of
I
smoke.
thought, oh, someone's smoking.
Yeah.
You know, a little over that way.
Right.
Just a little. I said, oh, okay.
And
No.
then-
Suddenly, I literally thought they turned on a smoke machine.
I'm still convinced it was
There
was something weird happening.
Something was weird
because it was an
I thought
entire
I was being literally
hurricane
like
of
I thought I was
like,
about to like, oh, I'm gonna
about to
pass out
pass
and die.
No, me too.
Literally, I thought it was
Because
a chemical.
in my eyes, like I felt it in my eyes, I felt it on my face. It was a crazy cloud of smoke
Yes,
coming right through all of
No,
our
like,
heads.
crazy.
Like,
Like
whited
I don't
out
even
my,
know how to
my
explain.
eyesight.
It was literally like it was
It
literally
was an
like,
entire tornado.
no,
of
it actually
cloud.
was like there.
it was
If there,
insane.
well, okay, and then everyone was like, "What?"
yeah, everyone starts going,
and you couldn't see anything. You couldn't see past your fucking finger.
yeah,
And I literally am thinking, oh, like for a second, I genuinely thought that that I was dying.
no,
I literally thought I was about to pass out.
yes.
And
I was like, are there drugs in this
yes,
air? Like,
that's what
what
I'm
is
saying.
in this?
Like,
fog?
what is this?
It was like thick white smoke.
yes, it
like
was very.
it
Weird.
was weird.
And so I think everybody had the same thought that they thought it was a smoke machine because everyone started screaming, "You dumbass,
Turn off the
that
fog
off, turn that
machine,"
off!"
yeah.
And I'm like, and me too. I'm like,
yeah.
so
yeah.
so it stops, but then there was like one more hit,
And I was like,
And I was
wait a
like, wait,
second. Was
what?
that not a fog
so
machine?
I kind of try to look over, and I was like, wait.
All
don't
I
see
know
a fog
is
machine in sight. I literally only see like people
people.
smoking. So
And
I'm
just
thinking,
too many people.
oh,
Yeah.
what?
And
Because that could not have
immediately-
come out of someone's mouth.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
There is not
There's
a
no way.
singular way.
No.
But that was the final straw. I immediately was like, hey guys, so we're leaving,
Yes, you
right?
said so we're done. Yes,
yeah, I was
yes.
like, that was it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done. I
Yeah.
can't even dance. I'm not
I
enjoying
feel we were
myself.
all thinking it on our own, like, oh, this is kind of bad. But then once that happened,
No,
you were like, oh, so no,
we're leaving.
we're out, right? I
Yeah.
was like, we're out.
Yeah.
So we leave, and we're thinking, okay, there's one more party. I guess we'll go. So we walk 10 minutes all the way back. It's near our dorm. We literally walked all the way back
Yeah.
to this next party. We get into the party. It was also a weird vibe, but almost
Yeah.
in the opposite way, that there was not enough people to fill the
Right.
space.
Yeah. There's this huge indoor space, huge outdoor space,
Yeah.
and like random groups of people just
Yeah.
around. It
And
was like, what?
and not it wasn't like we needed that middle ground. So like it was like the first one can't move an inch. Second one can move so much.
We're
like,
standing
I'm literally
alone.
You
Yeah.
know, I needed that middle ground. Anyway, so we go inside where the DJ is, and we're kind of like vibing, just kind of trying to like have a good time. And then
Yeah.
about how long do you think we're there?
Literally like 20 minutes.
No.
Do you think it was more?
You think we were only there for 20 minutes?
Think about the timeline. We were kicked out of there, or
11:50. Yeah.
We left the house at what, 10:25, and we had already gone to the other party, gotten over there.
You're so right.
Like, how long? We maybe 30 minutes. We were
there.
So
we were there for probably 20-25 minutes. You were so right, and which is actually insane. And so we probably pulled up around 11:25. I'm gonna say around 11:25.
Yeah.
Because we were at the first one for a while, low key,
trying to have fun.
Yeah. And suddenly, the clock strikes 11:50 p.m. and suddenly all the security guards are saying, "Everyone, get out! Get out!" What?
The music stops. Like, I have a video of the music stopping.
Yeah, because it was like literally the best song they played all night.
Yes.
Me and Skye were literally like, this feeling, I wanna be where you. What?
Like, I literally. Once again, I have a video.
Wait,
of the moment.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Literally silence. Everyone get out. I said, what?
Yeah.
It's 11:50. It's Halloweekend Saturday night. What's going on?
Yeah.
So suddenly we're walking out, and then nobody was really leaving enough at
like the outside
area. Yeah. And so then all the frat guys start screaming like, "Get out!
Yeah.
What?
Literally. What
so
is
everyone
happening?
Leaves, and then like we stood outside for a little bit because we were like, "What?"
Trying to figure out what to do.
Actually have nowhere to go. This is insane.
Yeah.
And then this random guy came up to us who was in the frat, and he was like, "Y'all, I have to apologize for what just happened." I was like, "Yeah, let's talk about it. Why did we just get kicked out before midnight? Even at midnight would have been crazy." But
yeah,
he said that frat decided to do an 8 to 12 party instead of a 10 to 2.
And they always do 8 to 12s because he was like, our frat can be used as like a pregame, like.
Right. He was like, "You're going to learn to love it here.
Yeah.
You're going to pregame." I said, "Am I?" He was like really funny though.
He was so
I
funny.
Him.
He was in like a little like karate costume,
yes.
and he was like kicking his leg.
Yes.
And he was putting on a show.
Goofy. Yeah,
he knew that he was putting on a show.
Yes. Like he knew he was literally our entertainment for the night.
Yes. Yeah.
So anyway, then we went, got some like something, did nothing,
some
went
food,
home,
hung out.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But it was just the drama.
No, so much drama.
Like especially waking up this morning, me and Skye were like, what happened last night? Because it was actually just a sign after a sign after a sign that it was time to go
home.
Just go home.
Like the night was over before it started.
Right.
That is very much what it was
Also, let me just say real quick, before this party, I'm planning on going as strawberry shortcake. Skye's planning on going as a cougar, like the animal. And suddenly something came over both of us where we're like,
20 minutes before we were like getting ready.
Everybody at our dorm. Yes. We're literally, wait, we don't like this.
We don't like these costumes. And we were out of toilet paper for the 30th time in the past 3 days.
So Skye's like, well, I gotta go to CVS to get toilet paper. Do you want to come with? For the bathroom. Said, okay. Went. Suddenly, we're back at the dorm. I'm printing a Coca-Cola sign to tape on my body to be a Coke bottle. And we're wrapping toilet paper that we just bought for the bathroom all over Skye's body, trying to pin together a mummy costume within the last 3 minutes. And then the best part was that
after like low-key getting a costume together, like getting a shirt with like a shirt underneath, like kind of made of toilet paper. I don't even know. We looked at each other. Working.
This isn't good.
I was like, low key, this isn't working at all. So I just took it all off, and it was just a fun.
And you were a panther.
20-minute waste. A cougar, whatever.
Yes,
but yeah, a fun. It was just funny because it was like, it was just another example of us where we have an idea and 3 seconds later it's being acted on.
And that's
like
the
we
thing.
can't hold back.
We don't hold.
We just do things like so fast,
and we don't stop to think at all. We literally don't stop to think at all. We don't stop to think, oh, maybe we shouldn't literally use an entire roll of toilet paper that we just bought for the bathroom to literally make you a mummy. And then when we didn't even want to, what were we even doing?
Like, what did we think it was gonna turn out well?
Did we think it was gonna look good?
We, like,
I know.
Even when it was going
pin
back,
here, a pin, and then it'd fall, bruh. It was actually no. That's so true though. It's a perfect example of what happens in our room. We just someone has the idea. And then, oh my God, girl, that's brilliant. And suddenly it's there. Suddenly a podcast has been published.
Literally.
Like,
suddenly,
actually.
Like, it's
suddenly
crazy.
I'm on this couch for the 3rd time.
Literally. How did this happen?
How did I get it? Okay, anyway, that was my drama. Your
crazy.
turn.
Okay, well, my most dramatic element of this week is a reoccurring drama. A daily drama, actually, let's say. And this is about
horror.
A literal horror. You want a Halloween trick? Come step in our building and walk over to the lovely dining hall where, as we love to call it, dog shit smeared on a plate, because that's basically it on a good day.
Best day.
On a bad day, it's literally inedible and you are forced to go buy food somewhere.
Yeah.
On a good day, it's dog shit that maybe you can choke down, you know? So
and
I
not
would just
spend the entire night throwing up in the shower. Had to say it. And you can interpret that one for yourself.
And story for another day.
Right.
Fire. Anyway, so I'm just thinking of Wednesday. I get back from, or not Wednesday. Okay, it was Friday. Thank you. Friday I have one class. Beautiful. 11 to 12. So I go to my fun class, come back, ready to go eat some scrumptious lunch. What do I see? A whole lot of literally nothing. Me and Shaya always talk about how there's no way you can explain the awful, that's not a word, but there's no way to explain how terrible the food is consistently.
Yeah.
It's not a once in a lifetime, oh my God, today is the one day it was bad.
Today didn't hit.
Always horrible. And not filling and just bad. Anyway, so I walk in there and I say, wow, I'm seeing a whole lot of bugs and critters on the floor. I cannot scrape them up and choke them down today.
Yeah.
So I went and ordered an Einstein's bagel.
Right.
And it was beautiful. And I just fear I had to mention it because
let's talk about the salad. That's the biggest thing for me. I think this is honestly where it gets, this is when I'm explaining to people this horror, when I start to explain the salad, that's when they get, oh, this is bad. Because I think the bare minimum in any cafeteria setting, like anywhere, not just college, anywhere, is that you have a salad bar, because that's the bare minimum.
Right.
Let me tell you about our salad bar. There's no plain lettuce, or never has been.
No.
It's like a pre-made salad that is literally dipped in. Every single individual piece has been dipped in water.
No, but like dirt water.
No,
it's so
I am not
bad.
kidding.
So
I wish I had it in front of me to literally show you. You could see it.
And it stays wet. Like, it's not like the water evaporates throughout the day and then at one point you get dry lettuce. That lettuce is always sopping wet in the most uncomfortable way.
Yes.
And what I think says even more about how awful this food is, that wet lettuce is what I choose to eat for lunch and dinner 9 times out of 10.
Exactly.
Because that's the best option.
So many eggs, to the point where I literally cannot even look an egg in the eye anymore, because I will throw up.
No.
It's like one of those things where it's like what's a psychological thing for when you like eat something and you have like a traumatic, do you know what I mean? Like you associate it.
I learned this last year.
Right. Like right now I'm and I used to love eggs. I'm associating eggs with literal vomit on the floor that I can't have them anymore. Or I literally will like.
No, the things they do to that food, like, I'm actually concerned sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, wait, because how did you even achieve this? Yeah. Like, how did we get here?
Right.
And once again, my biggest problem is I'm vegetarian and I literally eat the like flatbread weird pizza and the wet lettuce and hard-boiled eggs every single meal.
Because you need protein.
Because I need something to fill me up.
And like, there's not a single source.
That's it.
Well, they have, the weirdest thing to me is that they have a vegetarian station.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just
barren.
empty. It's just not even like.
Sometimes 95 million
Really?
percent of the time
It's like
empty.
cleaned plate.
Like
there's not a
literally
single
clean.
thing.
Like not even
Yes.
like someone served themselves
No,
and now
no.
it's empty. No,
It's
there
not-
is
there
it is
never was
barren.
anything.
It is
It's bare.
literally bare.
Yes.
There's nothing there for me.
Yes.
So I would say that's the most dramatic.
Maybe we need to start a GoFundMe. If anyone wants to send
me
food to our door,
please. I just want to be full.
some tofu, like
literally. Send me a Raku.
Send me
a Raku card.
Don't even tempt me with that, bro.
Yeah.
Because I will buy it tonight.
I was gonna say we'll head there after this episode.
Exactly. For dinner.
Oops.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
that's extreme drama.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I think that's this week's episode.
That was episode 3.
That was episode 3. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you're liking, you're commenting,
yes.
you're going to the poll on Spotify and telling us what you want to hear about next week. And yeah, just let us know how you're feeling about the podcast thus far.
Right. We're open to notes.
We are open to notes. Let us know what you want to hear.
Yes.
We're here to provide.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Love you.
Love you.